All right. So one of the reasons that I did what may have seemed like a little bit of extra algebra in the last one, setting up and finding stuff, is so that we could get to this question. So in the last one, if you think about it, um, we had velocity and we were looking for a distance. If you look carefully, this one, we're looking for velocity and we have some kind of distance. So we're looking to go the other way. If you think about what the formula was from just a second ago, then we had that, let's do it here, h, and for convenience, I'm going to stick it as over 1, h over 1 was equal to v squared over 2 times gravity, which was 19.6 meters per second squared. So that's what you get when you double 9.8. And then in this one, because we want to solve back around and find h, we can think of this as being like a proportion. And so we've got 19.6, well, v squared I can stick in front, is equal to 19.6 meters per second squared times that height. And then be careful because that's not going to give us the answer we want directly. This is v squared, and we want v. So our specialized formula, we have to take the square root to make that go away. So v squared down to v means we take a square root, just like you do in Pythagorean theorem. And we've got the square root of 19.6, again, which is double gravity, multiplied by whatever the height is. So, got an ugly square root involved. We don't see a whole lot of square roots, but at least it's not super difficult to deal with. If we start plugging in numbers, in fact, we only need one number. We've got 19.6 meters per second squared, then 13.83 meters. If we look very carefully at the units, then we'll see that we'll end up with meters times meters, so meter squared, and then here we've got second squared. If you square root those both, then they come back down to their standard base units, and we get meters per second. Okay, so here, be careful if you try to type this in the calculator all at once. There's a possibility that you may end up accidentally square rooting the first one, but not the second one. So it may be best to do 19.6 times 13.83, see whatever number that is, write it down if you need to, type it back in, whatever, then take the square root. Or to use maybe parentheses around it. It's gonna change from device to device. But if you do this the right way and you get everything plugged in the way you need it to be, then you should get here a little less than 16.5 meters per second, not meters per second squared, because this is a velocity.